So back on June 19th, I went ahead and got myself an early birthday present. Boom! Not one, but two M38A1’s. 1956, 1953. You know it's an early model because it has the hinges on the front grille. Also, no engine support from there to there. So we know we got the correct tub and we got the correct model. 56 has no hinges, but there's holes still for hinges if we needed to. But underneath the hood, you've got these bars that support it, and you can see the supports welded up there. All right, pretty cool little Jeeps. They have a F-134 Hurricane engine. I believe it's 72 horsepower. So let's just do a walk around. What makes these different than a CJ, so I've been told. The front leaf springs are pivoted in the front, and they've got the shackle on the back, which we'll show you on the, it's on the same on the back side too. That's the shackle right there, holding on to it. And we got blackout light. It's got the actual weld nuts underneath, so that is a true M38A1 fender. We got blackout lights, which I will get running. Got ourselves this blackout light and bracket, like I said. You only get one mirror. And of course it's a combat vehicle, so where a better place to put the gas tank? Right under the driver's seat. Big old M38A1 gas cap. The civilian ones just had a little gas can, and this came with one that something I've never seen before, and that's your little filler down there. And if you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's like a mesh filter down there. That's pretty fun. The only real convenience you get on one of these things is a glove box that's small enough to hold a house, choke. Oh shoot, we got spiders. I don't want to mess them up. And we've got the throttle lock right there. 3-way lever switch for your lights. Of course, you got a clutch, you got a brake, you got a pedal. There's a little knob next to the gas pedal. That's a footrest. I haven't had one with one of those before. And then that button that you see back there sticking out of the floorboard, that's how you start it. You click that little lever on, and that turns on the ignition, and then you press on that, which closes the circuit on the starter and fires it up. Got 3 sticks on the floor. The first one here is your gear shifter. Next one is engage your front axle or disengage it. And then the last one is for high and low. Then we've got our gauges here. Of course, you got your battery, you've got your temperature, speedometer, you've got your level for your gas, and you've got your oil pressure. That data plate does not go there. It's supposed to go over there behind the oh shit handle. Alright? You got this big old 17-inch steering wheel. That's your power steering. Is your big old muscly arms. There's your power steering. And trust me, you would think these tiny little Jeeps could turn on a dime, but they do not. My Tahoe, that's a 2013, turns on a dime better. So, going around some more, these are called your brackets for your bows, which I do not have. This is another bracket to hold down your bows, and the bows are the big metal pipes that are supposed to go around the outside, and then they're flat on the end, and they stick in here, and then you screw them in, and that's for your canopy top. This is not U.S. military. Got some blackout lights. Got a nice little trailer connector. I haven't got under there to see what the wire looks like, but judging by the wires in the engine bay, it's all messed up. All these tires are correct, but they're dry rotted and need to be changed. I don't know about this NATO can. I don't think this is a legit military can. That's okay. Looks good. Nobody else will know. Another blackout light. Now, one of these blackout lights, let's see here. That's one side. This one is supposed to be over there. And then your other one, that one's supposed to be on this side. And that's your only brake light, really. And you have to turn on your brake lights with the 3 lever switch up there. More bows and brackets. No rear seat, but we've got all the hardware for seats, so that's good. Floors aren't rotten. Floor's rotten on this one, but that's okay. Oh, you lift this up, and wouldn't you know it, there's your toolbox. And I guess that could be your other convenience if you really wanted it to be. Let's open it up. See, let's turn that. This comes up. And, yep, looks good to me. Oh, what do we got there? Did we get a special treat? What is it? Hope it's a 10 mil. That'd be nice. Oh, anyways. And check it out. We got a power cord for radio. That's pretty rad. This right here, there's supposed to be a plug in there. And what it is that plug goes straight to your batteries. And basically you can jump one Jeep to another. I also heard that you could run a special cable off of that plug, leave your Jeep idling outside your tent, and then you could run that wire into your tent and power your radios, your lights, and anything else electrical. All right, you also know this is a 56 or later because it's got the cam lever. That's what that's called, battery box. And you get 2 batteries because it's a 24-volt system. And now for the true gems to show you in this Jeep. One of the reasons why I went for it is because it's got all the 24-volt parts. Most of the fools, they take them off and change these things to 12-volt, and that's wrong. Guys like me want to keep them military, keep them soldiers running. We want to keep it the same way. So let's just point some things out. This is your oil filter. It takes a cartridge. That whole thing comes off, and then you take the cartridge out, throw it away, put a new one in. Here's your dipstick. It's a rigid metal rod that goes all the way down to the bottom. Put that back down. This is a YS950 carburetor made by Carter, and it's meant for underwater operation. This is your crossover pipe. You've got your distributor, which is also waterproof. And remember I was talking about that pedal that you have to push down to make the starter go? That's what it's pushing on right there. And you can see how it pushes on that little lever back there, which pushes this whole gizmo forward, which pushes that rod, which pushes to connections there. And you see those wires, that's connecting to your positive and negative. And that fires up your 24-volt starter. This big old boy is a generator. It is not an alternator, it's a generator. And I got huge hands, you can see there. It's a generator. The generator goes into the voltage regulator, which then gets distributed out to most of the rest of the vehicle. You can see something neat here is that there's 2 belts here on this fan. I think that's because when we go fording across a river or whatever, it needs those 2 belts to keep turning. I don't know, or maybe they thought 2 was better than 1 in a combat situation. Hey, let's put the gas tank underneath the driver's seat and let's give him 2 belts. That'll help. Anyway, oh, something of note, you'll see this is what almost 70-year-old Jeep wiring looks like. It was covered with a wire, with a rubber coating. Let's see if we can get to focus. Anyways, rubber coating, cloth, and it's all pretty much gone. So, the good news, they still make those wiring harnesses with these special connectors. These are called Douglas connectors. If I find a Packard connection, I'll show you that. Those are just rubber that seal up. Got the proper radiator, which is always nice. We got a 24-volt horn. Over here is another part that you find missing all the time, and that is the proper fuel vacuum pump. Fuel on top, vacuum on the bottom. You can see these lines. There's a line here, and it's going up and up and around the back. Which brings me to another point we'll talk about here in a minute. That vacuum line comes over here, and you can see this vacuum line, oops, I'm not pointing at it, comes up here to this rubber hose. Rubber hose goes through your glove box and up to the top and comes out of this hole here and goes to this. This is your windshield wipers. It all runs off of vacuum air. That would come up to here, and it goes up this line around there to your vacuum. And these are your windshield wipers. And in case you lose vacuum, guess what? You got horsepower in your arms. So there's that. So pretty neat little sucker. So the reason why, I know I started the video with it, the reason why they had this big curved hood is because on the models before it, the intake valves were in the block. This is the head. Of course, we've got seal ignition wires too for going underwater. Anyways, this is the head. The intake valves are up here. They still have the exhaust valves in the block though. But all in all, it was a pretty good find, I thought. So I was very happy to find it. So thanks for watching. But this is pretty much my 2 big projects coming up. Can't wait. Thanks, guys.